Defend our zones until the time runs out.
Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and this one's going to be a little bit different. This is just going to be one battle in today's video. One battle featuring the brand new Frontline mode. The brand new Frontline mode came to our server, I think it was about the 4th of May, and I think it goes till the 4th of July. There's going to be a link to a website which tells you all the details about Frontline, including the awesome rewards and things that you can unlock and get by playing this mode. The main thing I've noticed, now I've only been playing this mode for a few days. I'm recording this video on the 11th of May, which I think is 6 days into the launch of the mode. I'm up to level 16, which might sound pretty good, but plenty of people have been doing a lot better than me. But I will be smashing this over the weekend, and this game will show you why. Now, this game does go for over 20 minutes, and of course, the objective of, if you look at the minimap, the objective of this, you're either attacking or defending. Now in this replay, I'm defending, and so when you're defending on the minimap, you spawn around about here where the mouse is, around about in the southern half. The enemy team attack from the south, and it's their objective to capture all of these 6. Well, you don't need to capture 6, but their objective is to capture these southern zones. Pretty much they do need to capture all 6 because each zone that they capture gives them more time. You can see in the top left hand corner of the screen there's a timer there which says 10 minutes and 34 seconds. I know you might be thinking, if you've never played this game before, you might be thinking, Stewie, you said this game goes for 20 minutes. The timer says 10.5 minutes. Stewie, you're going crazy. No, I'm not going crazy. With each zone, and there are 6 zones for the enemy team, or for the attacking team I should say, to capture, with each zone that they capture, that time gets extended. I think for the southern ones that get extended by 2 minutes. And if you're defending, it's actually in your best interest to let them cap them eventually. Make them fight for it, and of course try and shoot them and all that kind of stuff. You can just see there 2 minutes were added, because if you look on the minimap, Zone B, which is turning red now, that's flashing red. Zone B is being captured, which has extended the time by 2 minutes. It was 10 minutes, now it's back up to closer to 12, and when they capture that, obviously the longer the game goes for, the more damage you can farm. Now I'm running around in the Centurion 5-1, the Tier 8 Premium Australian British medium tank. Try saying that after a few beers, and you can see the top left hand score. I've got the rank of private. Now there is a ranking system which goes up, and you'll see that rank start to rise in not too long. I'm about halfway through the next rank, which is Sergeant, and you'll see that come up there. With every rank that comes up, you get more rewards. There's a multiplier for the experience that you earn in battle. Now you don't have to use premium tanks, but you can use normal tier 8 tanks. And if you don't have any tier 8 tanks, you will find there are 2 tanks in your garage. It's a T32 FL, and FL means it can only be used for Frontline, I believe, and also the T44 FL. But then again, I was looking at the ones in my garage, and they seemed to be able to click on battle, but I didn't play any random battles with it. I'm just going to use my own tanks, which have got the good crew and the equipment in it. Now the reason I'm using premium tanks is because of the credits. I reckon I've played a dozen games, maybe 15 games in this game mode by the time I've recorded this video. And look, there was 2 games where they were over really quickly. We were defending, and the enemy team didn't attack, didn't push, and ran out of time. And in those games where, even though we won, the game didn't go for very long. It made over 100,000 credits, probably closer to 200,000 credits. And in the games where you do really well, where you get up to a decent high rank in this game mode, it's not inconceivable to look at making over 500,000 credits in a battle. In fact, in this game that we're watching now, I made over 500,000 credits. I did make the rank of General though, without bragging or giving too much away. This rank, you start at private at every game, and of course you get that rank goes up, and I think that goes up pretty much according to what kind of experience you could expect, and of course it goes by the usual things that you have, the usual measures of success that you would have in any random battle, and that is of course damage done. I'm on 958, spotted damage 546, kills. Now I did get a kill not too long ago, and this is a bit where I just think, right here, now it's time to farm a little bit of damage on these heavy tanks. I've just gone over 1,000 hit points of damage, and there's lots of different little things in this game mode. I mentioned earlier, you can see Zone B has already fallen. The timer is down to 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Just bounced a shot from that T32, or the tracks ate the shot from the T32, and there's a lot on this map. on this map mode, it hasn't got a name, I don't think. On this Frontline map mode,
Reinforcements have arrived.
there are lots of opportunities to flank and all that kind of stuff. That's why I predominantly prefer medium tanks. Now, that what you just saw there down the bottom of the screen, in a medium tank you'll have one extra consumable, and in my case it's an artillery strike, and every now and then you can, every 300 seconds you can drop an artillery strike on the enemy team, and by doing that, by getting a little bit more damage there, I've just been promoted to sergeant. Sergeant's got 2 stripes. I don't think it's got 2 stripes in the real defence forces, but it's got 2 stripes in World of Tanks. Now that defender has just fired my way, so I can take the time, aim, and of course totally miss. That's how I roll. I'm up to 1176 damage. I think I've actually done a little bit more damage than that, because there's been a couple of blind fires, including that kill on one of the tanks not too long ago. You can see artillery airstrikes, artilleries or airstrikes coming in. There are 6 different extra consumables you can use. There's artillery strike and airstrike, which is 2, which work very, very similar to the strongholds. Extra consumables if you're into strongholds and all that kind of thing. Don't even aim at the Scorpion. Gee, that's my old mate Mongolian tadpole racer from Banff Clan. Hell of a nice guy. Lucky enough to meet him a few months ago now, which was an absolute pleasure. Now, bounced a shot from a T-32 FL. That the FL is the Frontline rental tanks, and that's what they've introduced, mainly for people who don't have tier 8s, I guess. But like I said, running premium tanks, I run a premium account, I'm running premium tanks. I've made a conscious decision not to shoot any premium ammunition at all. I don't know how I got that kill on the VK, but I did. Now that T-32 firing high explosive at me, that's thinking radio. I've sort of got myself caught, if you look at the mini-map, caught a little bit out of position here. There's nobody sort of with me. I think you might be about to see me die for the very first time, but the reason I say the very first time, when you die you can respawn, and I think that's probably what you're going to see pretty soon. Now those yellow circles on the mini-map, you can see the yellow circle just there with the spanner and hammer. That's where you can get your tank repaired. And that the repair costs and stuff like that, the repair costs on those repair circles are absolutely free, including the ammunition and any crew members who get killed. And of course that T-44 FL just killed me then. And now this is what happens when you die. You basically go back almost to the garage. You can see there's 6.5 minutes left on this timer. The enemy have already got Zone B. Looks like they're going for Zone C, and looking at where those red tanks are, they're probably going to try and get Zone A. So they'll get an extra 2 minutes for each one of those, which is good for us, even as a defender. You can see here, I've already selected my Progetto Mod 35 Mod 46, M35 Mod 46, and because you do get a hell of a lot of experience if you do well in these tanks. And now with auto loaders and auto reloaders, when you spawn, you are already halfway through loading, if that makes sense. So if you've got a Lorraine 40T, which normally takes about 30 seconds, depending on your crew skills and equipment and all that kind of stuff, I've got a pretty groovy crew in my Lorraine 40 ton. I think it takes about 26 to 28 seconds, I'll be guessing, normally when you spawn in. When you spawn in at the start, only at the start, your gun is already half loaded. Now, it looks like the base got reset, and I'm thinking I'm going for resets here, because unlike, or maybe it's the same in normal battles, but when you reset people who are capping a base in this mode, you do get a lot of extra experience. Now you see my sergeant rank is almost all the way up. I picked up 2,274 damage, 1,280 block damage, that will be mainly in that Centurion, 2,660 assisted damage, and as you can see there, where that T-44 FL and the normal T-44 over there, where they are both in another flanking position. There are flanking positions everywhere. You can bring artillery. I'm not sure I would recommend bringing artillery. Just got promoted to lieutenant with that kill on the Progetto 46. I'm down to 659 hit points. I've used my full clip, and you can see here I'm not too far from one of these repair zones. So rather than just sit here, risk getting shot, I'm going to make a run for it into this repair zone. As many tanks as you like can go into the repair zone at the same time, and then it just tells you how long it's got. So it's already fixed my first aid kit. We've resupplied the ammunition. The hit points are just about done, good to go. Now that's unavailable for another 3 minutes and 18 seconds, and if you turn around as in the game, it tells you that above that particular repair zone. Now if I need another repair zone, there's nothing at all stopping me from going to a different one, which would be this one here. That would be probably suicide though, to try to go for that repair zone. So again, I cop another shot from the enemy projectile, hoping he doesn't get to shoot me again, running around this little undulation, I guess you would say. Looking at the minimap, B and C zone have been lost. A zone, we're still holding on to A zone. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left on this one. And of course, if the enemy team capture zone A or E or F, that timer will continue to get bigger, which is good for if you're defending as well, because if you're defending as well, it gives you more time to farm damage. I'm up to 3,500 damage, and you might be thinking, right, Stu, you're talking about your damage. What would be a good score? I aim for 10,000 damage done. Now, the reason I purposely use my whole clip in the progetto, knowing that I would pull back and drop another artillery strike on. Where was it? Was it over there? I can't even see where he is. I thought I picked up a kill with artillery strike. There's a shot into the back of the T-34. The second one does not go through, but yes, again, I'll use the last of my round in the Italian auto reloader to confirm the kill. And there's that T-32 FL again, shooting at me from a distance up there. I'm going to move back now. I can't. This is a situation where I can't go back to that repair zone for another minute and a half. So I'm just going to try to farm a little bit more damage. 3,835 damage done, 1280 damage block, 3000 assisted damage, and that all adds up. You can see my lieutenant rank in the top hand side of the screen is nearly full, which means I think the next one is captain. Now we've just lost the A cap. Now this is something, you get this notification, you need to leave the zone, because what happens, there's a timer, and when that timer runs out, there's a timer, 50 seconds. When that timer runs out, aeroplanes come and basically drop bombs on you and you get killed. Now, I've never had that happen to me. I've always got out on time. But when you're in an auto reloader like the Progetto 46, what I've sort of discovered is it's a good idea to unload your clip first. And that's what I'm trying to do, hoping to do here, just to get a little bit more damage. I'm up to 4,500 hit points of damage now. Now I've got 2 rounds left now. Unfortunately, I get tracked, and in the end, I do get killed. So it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work trying to get that clip out. Looks like I'm getting the Lorraine 40T ready now, and this is where we should be able to see. We should be able to see when the gun's loaded. When we load in 12 seconds, we'll load in, and we'll see how much, how long it is for a full clip. Now on this little marquee, that you can choose any of the 3 zones to spawn in, but there is a limit to how many tanks can be on each one. And it does say in the top right hand side of the screen that defend zone D. No, it's not telling us. It's not telling us how long for the reload, but you can see. Look how quick that is. That's almost loaded straight away. That was what was that? That was 12 seconds. That was certainly not a full reload on the Lorraine. But like I said, when you first load in, that's exactly what happens. So our objective is to defend zone D. I'm coming up here, and look, I think in a minute, I don't think I'm going to get taken out straight away, but I think I realise pretty quickly, shit, I'm all by myself here. All my friends are over in this area, including that artillery. I don't know, some people like playing artillery. Look at the mini-map. That T-92 has just found me, and I'm like, you're joking. This auto wave on the little American light tank. And he's clearly caught himself out of position as well. But unfortunately, I have got a little bit of damage. Still got 836 hit points up my sleeve. Take a reload. Cop a whopping shot from the Progetto. Lose my radio. Who really cares? That right? Who cares about the radio? But I'm on the reload, so I'm gonna try and get the hell out of Dodge. Maybe head back for that repair zone again, because those repair zones, it's a good idea to use them wisely. When you use those repair zones, now I'm getting a bit greedy here, thinking I'm about to have a full clip. I'd like to put a little bit more damage over the other side of the water. Confident that I won't be lit, but not sure if it works. This one, I don't think I actually aim this shot. Oh, I do get him tracked. Does he fix his? He doesn't fix his his tracks, but I get spotted probably by one of these medium tanks, so it's time to run, Stewie. Run as fast as you can. No, getting a little bit more greedy. I've spotted that tracked T44 and look, sometimes you make mistakes, and put another one over in that direction. Do I get out of it? No, I don't. This is where you get killed yet again. That experiment didn't really work with the Lorraine 40 ton, so it looks like I'm getting ready to get back in the Centurion Mark 5-1 RAK, the new Australian Tier 8 Premium British medium tank. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on that clock. Now this time I'm going to spawn a little bit further back by the looks of it. We're still trying to defend Zone D, and look at all these enemy tanks attacking Zone D. Zone E is under attack. Zone F doesn't look like they're really that interested at all. But the thing about this mode, this is from what I can... The way I see this mode, you want to get, obviously you want to get as much damage as you possibly can, and when you get these scores, when this damage done hits about 10,000, you've got a realistic chance, or even 9,000, you've got a realistic chance to get that general rank, and with that general rank, it gives you a lot of bonuses of experience and all that kind of stuff. And again, using those repair zones is free repairs and free ammunition. That obviously helps with credits. For me, this mode is all about making credits. Even on a losing game, and it is very hard to win. Well, when I first started playing, the general consensus on the forums was that it was very hard to win on the attack. However, it's not impossible. But even if you lose when you're attacking, if you have a good game, 8 or 9,000 hit points of damage, plus some assisted and block damage and a few kills, all that kind of stuff, then you can realistically expect, with a premium account, to get well over 200,000 credits per game. And I think 200,000 credits per game is probably pretty conservative for a good game, even on a loss. I've been running credit boosters and getting well over 300,000 credits on average per game. This one is an exception. This one, it was 500,000 or 600,000 credits. I can't remember. And unfortunately, with the World of Tanks, with the What Replays website, it really is inaccurate. The What Replays website is inaccurate as to how many credits you make in this mode. It just sort of seems quite buggy, so it can't really... Well, I can show you what it comes up as, but it's not... certainly not. Doesn't indicate how much... how many credits you make at the end. And for me, it's all about the credits. There are bond rewards as well, and we'll go through that after the battle. There are a number of bond rewards, and of course with those rewards come, we all love bonds. If you have epic games, you can get 100 odd bonds, and also when you progress through the levels, you can get bonds as well. Looks like I'm going to go with a proggy yet again.
Ready for deployment.
Now we didn't see, but that red zone that just went red, Zone D, again, that timer came up, and you need to get out of that timer before the square goes totally red. So we've gone from being the only flank that didn't lose the A zone to the first one to lose the D. But of course, the way the timers work out, the amount of credits I make are going to depend on how much damage I've done. I've done nearly 7,000. I've blocked 1,500. 3,200 assisted damage. Nothing wrong with that at all. I really want to get that up because you can see on the top left side, Captain, I'm probably 3/4 of the way to Major. Pop a shot towards that enemy tank. Doesn't quite get there. Now that T26E5, if you look at close to that T26E5, did have some smoke. It did have some smoke there. That's one of these consumables. There's artillery strike and airstrike, which work similar, I guess. There's also a smoke screen. You can have a smoke screen to help with the camouflage, and it looks very realistic. I was in a smoke screen not too long ago. There's also Inspire, and it puts a circle around your tank, which everybody can see. Now, the first person to get promoted to the general rank, that little notification comes up. That's what you see. That's what you see there. A minute to go, and I'm thinking, no, I want to get some more damage here. I'm up to 7,000. I want to get at least 8,000, or at least 9,000, realistically. I fired around. The auto-reloader Italian has come back in. I have been spotted, but look, if it's only going to be 45 seconds left, I want some more damage, because this game mode, as far as I'm concerned, is all about getting damage, defending the objectives, or attacking the objectives. There's no use just kicking back sniping if you're attacking. You do need to capture those zones. If you don't capture those zones, you won't get enough time, and because you don't have enough time, you don't get to have those big epic damage games. and games where you get lots of assisted damage, lots of damage blocks, all that kind of stuff. Now, they got shot there from the Centurion 5-1. Pop one round into his turret, doesn't really do much. 7,222 damage done. Pick up a little bit more assisted damage there, though. So I am spotting these tanks, or I'm spotting somebody for someone. Zone F is under attack. You can see that on the minimap. We're hoping that that gets attacked, because that's going to add another 2 minutes. Now, you can see the timer has run out, but now sometimes it goes for overtime. As far as I'm aware, that overtime thing, which is a minute and a half, comes up because Zone F is under attack. So it basically gives the enemy team a chance to cap it out and extend it again in that overtime. I've just dropped some artillery on two heavy tanks standing right next to each other, and they didn't seem like they were going to move. Put one into the Centurion 5-1, didn't manage to pick up the kill, waiting for that assisted damage to have. And there you go, there's the damage rocking up. That's from my artillery strike. Got the promotion up to Major now. Major, and of course Major is one rank below General. Now get that kill on the Centurion 5-1 will certainly help. Pull back, I'm down to 471 hit points, nearly 8,000 damage done, nearly 5,000 assisted damage, and that's going to happen. That's going to help with my progression. Another 30 seconds in overtime. I'm guessing that's because of Zone F again. And it looks like nobody is going to reset Zone F. I think when I did this one, I was actually hoping for this game to be over quickly, because these game modes end at midnight my time, and it was about 5 to midnight. I thought, if I get the game over and done with by midnight, I can get another game in and really get some more ridiculous credits. Zone F lost, and that just gave him an extra 2 minutes for that F zone, and that just leaves Zone E in the middle. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this game. I'm up to 8,000 damage done, 471 hit points left, so I need to be a little bit careful. I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to go all the way back up here for some repairs. This is where I guess I make a little bit of a ballsy move. I do enjoy the Progetto and the autoloaders in this game mode. The Progetto is probably one of the best tanks I've been doing. I mean, I've been showcasing the Centurion 5-1 as well. I think, well, let's just go into this repair point. I might be at the front. If they kill me, they kill me, and I'll be back in time to start shooting these tanks. But if I can get refueled and rearmed without and surviving, rather than go all the way back. If I went all the way back, the game may have been over just about. Now I'm halfway from Major to General. The 1 minute siren has just gone off. I'm full health, and I've got three rounds in the clip. Zone E looks like it's getting attacked, and you know what that's going to mean. That's going to mean overtime, I guess, if they don't cap it out before this 45-second timer goes off. Now, Zone E is the last of the remaining southern squares to be attacked by the enemy team. And I'm thinking, well, 30 seconds to go. Just in case it doesn't work, I'm going to YOLO this guy. And it's the Samua SM, the auto-loading French heavy tank. Picked up another kill. That brings my Major rank up to probably about 2/3 looking at it. Total damage done 8,854. Nearly 5,000 assisted damage, 1,500 block. Now that time, that gave him an extra 4 minutes. So that tells me possibly whenever the final zone is under attack, that gives extra 4 minutes. I thought, oh well, might as well go for the best I can do here, because that 4 minutes was enough to push the game past the midnight mark for me anyway, past the mark where I won't be able to get another game in. 8,854 damage, 1,530 damage blocked, 4,743 assisted damage. And now at this point of the game, when all of these are captured by the attacking team, it doesn't matter if you're attacking or defending, as soon as two of them, two vertical squares are captured, if you're attacking, then it opens up these 5 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your aim then, if you're attacking, is to knock out 3 of these 5. They're big guns basically, and that's what I'm heading back to now. Now you don't have to capture all of these 6 areas to get there, but the more of these 6 areas to get there, the more time you get to go for these 5 guns. You can see on the minimap looks like I'm going back for number 2. Pulling right back here, 3 minutes left in this game. Looking at the minimap, I can see lots of friendly tanks down here in the southwest. I'm thinking, well, this is where I'm after damage here. I don't care if I die. Still got 3 minutes left. If they kill me, I can respawn in a Centurion 5-1 and work off this ridge line. Somehow I'll land a shot on the ELC even 90. This one won't go through. Oh, it was a bit closer than I thought. And around about now I'm thinking, why don't I just ram this guy? But who cares? Centurion 5-1 picks up the kill on that ELC even 90. That annoying, tiny little French blowfly tank. And waiting for my gun to reload. Reinforcements have arrived. What that means when that comes up, every now and then when that comes up, that just means players have respawned, basically. Shot into the side of the T44FL. One into the other T44. I'm reloading again. And what this has worked out, I emptied that clip knowing that this number 7 was about to become available again. So I see this T34 over there. I think he actually died as I fired. So I don't really think any damage gets done from that artillery strike. And artillery strike, of course, it can be a little bit funny. Now I shoot this Brigetto once, shoot him twice, and now I get the general promotion, and that's what really helps with all of the credits. And of course that general promotion came as I hit 10,000 damage, so 10,113 damage done, nearly just under 5,000 assisted damage. I'm not shooting here. I want to make sure, I want to get 3 rounds good to go if I can. Then I realise that only 2 rounds will be needed to kill that Progetto, so I put 2 shots into him. And all of a sudden, 1:20 to go, 10,500 damage done, 1,500 blocked, 5,479 assisted damage. Now this assisted damage certainly helping with the overall score and the credits. Like I said, at the end of this game, I've hit general. It did have a 50% extra credit booster running, as well as like the free experience boosters that we all end up with. Time to get some damage on this T32. I thought I'm quite happy to be shot by him if I need to. I pull back, I don't get shot by him. I thought, well, might as well put 3 into him. Bring the damage up to 11,234. It is a very dynamic kind of game. Now, 45 seconds left. I don't think that's going to change. So I'm just going to head straight into where these last enemy tanks are. Confident by the time that I get there, I'll have 3 rounds good to rock and roll, and I'll maybe try to go for 12,000 damage. This is the highest at this stage. This is the highest damage game I've had. Like I said, I haven't been really smashing it too much. I will be doing a hell of a lot of games on this game mode over the weekend and in the next coming days, just depending on ANZ APAC training and all that kind of stuff. But the rewards are fantastic. The credits are amazing. Crew experience, I'm tipping, is really good as well for me, for my Italian crew, which is, of course, it's a brand new crew. I did free experience 6 cents, but I'd love to grind out. What's it called? I'd love to grind out Brothers in Arms in an autoloader. That would be absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look at the website. We'll get the website ready, and then I'll load up my game and just sort of show you what I mean by how it all sort of works as far as going through the ranks. You can see here, Frontline Road to Victory review, and it's got the dates and all the rest of it. This will be linked down the bottom. It's got the time zones. So Monday to Friday on the Singapore server, it's 5 till midnight. On the Australian server, 5 till midnight Singapore time. On the Australian server, it's 3 till 10. Again, I think that 3 till 10. Again, that's Singapore time. And of course, on the weekends, it's looking like 2 till 11. Singapore time on the ANZ server, and on the Singapore server 4 till 2. Again, that's Singapore time. So those times for the Aussies out there, those times would be Western Australian time. So once again, that looks like where is it? Monday to Friday on the Singapore server 5 till midnight. On the Australian server, well, that would be 5 p.m. till midnight as well, Eastern Australian time, and weekends 4 till 1 on the Australian server. And again, and 4 p.m. till 1 p.m. till 1 a.m. on the Eastern Australian time on the Australian server, and 4 till 2 on the Singapore server. It's got a bit of an overview, this website, which is well worth having a read of, and just checking out what kind of rewards you get. You know, only tier 8's allowed. If you pop some credit boosters, that game you just saw, which look, it was a pretty good game from my point of view, better than the other games I've played. Excellent, and it's just good fun. I love playing mediums on this map. You look how big the map is. It's got there. It's an interactive map. So they're the pillboxes that it's your aim to kill. 3 of those 5. These are the repair and resupply zones, the capture zones, and the defense zones. Spawn points where you respawn. All that kind of jazz. It basically says here, the more you defend your caps, or the more you attack the caps, if you're on the attacking side, the more tanks you kill, the more more damage you do, assisted damage, all that kind of stuff. You get more experience, more you rank up more. And there's a little bit down here about other game mechanics. That's every 5 minutes, with the respawning, every time you die you can respawn, but you can only do it once every 5 minutes. At the start you have 1 respawn up your sleeve, then every 5 minutes you get 1 more up your sleeve. So you don't want to die too often. Otherwise, if you do die 2 or 3 times in a row in a really quick time, you'll be sitting in the garage waiting for that time to be added. There's a little bit here about the combat reserves, which is your recon flight, which is for vision. Inspire, which inspires everyone else. It's like giving everyone else like a brothers in arms perk, if you like. Helps with their reload time, their aim time, all that kind of stuff. And there's more information about that. Smoke screen, which is like being in bushes. Resupply points, which are totally free. Rental vehicles, the Russian medium and the American heavy tank. And the economy, which tells you all about the credits. Now the credits are absolutely amazing. There's also some badges you can get. General of the Army badge by being top by experience in a game. Iron Shield, Occupying Force, Supreme, GU, Small Army, all these things. And of course you can platoon, and I think there was some issues with the platooning, but pretty soon you should be able to platoon 5-man platoons in this one. If you look in the garage, once it all loads up, you can see this is I've reached level 16, and you can do this level 3 times. And as you go, there's a little bit there about tier progression. Every tier you go through, and it says tells you about this. This will be in your garage, so read it at your leisure. It's got all about the zones, pretty much what we just looked at in that on that website. Tier progression: private, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, and general, and you get a bonus to experience for all of those things. So if you're grinding free experience or crew experience, for me, the Progetto with a brand new Italian crew, I have used some free experience to give them some skills, but that's really going to smash them out. And of course, on my British crew in the Centurion 5-1, they've already got lots of crew skills, so it does take a lot of experience to get those crew skills leveled up. Artillery and airstrike, engineering, which is I haven't seen or heard of anyone using this one, but it's not something you can. It'll when you go to get resupplied, it happens quicker, and when you attack, when you're capturing the base, it makes that happen quicker as well. Inspire gives a 10% crew performance to your tank and all allies in a 40-meter radius for 40 seconds. Smoke screen for camo, we've already gone that one. And as you go through the levels, doesn't it say here? Does it say here anything about the levels? Waiting for it. We'll go back to close this one, and we'll have a look at the tier rewards, and this is where it's all sort of happening, as well as getting between 200,000 and 600,000 credits in a game, depending if you're running a premium account or boosters and premium tanks or not. That game you just saw, that gave me around about 600,000 credits. I think it might have been a bit over 600,000 credits. As you go through each season, I'm at level 14, so tier 2 to 5, you get these gold coins, which they're not like these golds in the garage. These gold coins upgrade your smoke screens and your artillery strikes. You get bonus credits and consumables all the way up to level 20. There's more consumables. It goes from standard to premium consumables. A little bit more credits. That's per level, and it's not unusual to unlock 1, 2, or even 3 levels in one battle. So don't get too discouraged by seeing that there's 30 levels, and when you get to level 30, you get a garage slot and days premium, and on the way you also get some more what are they called, personal reserves. Once you've hit 30, you can start again and go for the prestige level, and you get some bonds, and then you can do it again for some more bonds, and again for some more bonds. Not just bonds, but also these camouflage patterns. similar to the Christmas camouflage ones that came out. They don't look the same, but same kind of set. It's a full set of camos for a tank, which I've seen some pictures of them. They look absolutely fantastic. So hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. A little bit different, What do you think? Hopefully you've enjoyed it. The Frontline, I'm loving it. 600,000 credits in that battle. And look, even though I'm no Unicum or purple or blue player, that is that's what I had on a good game. On a bad game, it was about 200,000. And yes, I have been running credit boosters, but most of the games I've been playing, I've been making 250 to 350,000 credits with a premium account, premium tanks, and credit boosters. And of course, those two general games that I've had over 500,000 credits. So there you have it. That's a little bit on the website. That's a little bit more about the ribbons you get, the medals you get, and also the Alliance. That's a Alliance parade style, captured style, Soviets. They're all the different ones. And if you get the 4th time, you get 1,000 bonds. If you reach, I didn't know it was 1,000. If you get that prestige thing happening again. Once again, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed Frontline with Water Tanks with Stewie JP. I'm loving it, and the vast feedback I'm getting is that it's absolutely epic as well. Thanks for watching. Take care, and see you all next time.